fresh month, we have 3 new things. My name is Oraku Benson Pastore, and today is already 2nd of May, and the year is 2025, and you are most welcome for the news program called NILECAST at Western Television that comes on your way from Mondays to Saturdays from the hour of 7 up to the hour of 8 p.m. The transition has not changed, as we start with the headlines, then details comes afterwards. Section of voters in Ado City threaten to have block votes. And secondary schools in Ado City set for the co-activities of second term. Details about this in NILECAST News. Come back now, commencing the stories. We are commencing with the religious story. All is set for Namgongo Matters Day celebration 2025, scheduled for June 3rd, 2025, with over 1,500 pilgrims from northern Uganda who embarked on a spiritual journey to Namgongo, joining thousands of others from across Uganda and neighboring countries. Take a look at the story being reported by Jawok.
The Namugongo Matters Day celebrations are just around the corner, scheduled for June 3rd, 2025, with over 1,500 pilgrims from northern Uganda who embarked on a spiritual journey to Namugongo, joining thousands of other pilgrims from across Uganda and beyond. Preparations are underway as local authorities and church leaders are coordinating to provide security, medical services, and accommodations for the influx of visitors. The Uganda Matters Day celebration commemorates the 22 Catholic and 23 Anglican martyrs who were executed between 1885 and 1887 under the orders of Kabaka Mwanga II. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is expected to be the chief guest at the event, with other dignitaries including Ugandan legislators, cultural leaders, and heads of different political parties in attendance. The event starts with a month-long novena, with pilgrims walking long distances to reach Namugongo, some from as far as Kenya, Tanzania, and Rwanda. The celebrations will include Holy Mass and other spiritual activities. With only a day until the official day of Ugandan Matters at Anglican Shrine is at 90%, according to the organizers for the function. When our reporter visited the Anglican Shrine this morning, it was discovered that the preparations are ongoing, along with the renovation of a major cultural site, and sleeping arrangements for invited guests have been made, among others.
As Nebi Diocese, we are very happy to see all the people who walk on foot arrived safely at the last destination. The program has started well. The youth program went on well. The elderly program went on. And today we have the women program going on at the Anglican Shrine. And we praise God for all who came. And even we thank God for those who are on the way coming. We are ready to host over 2,000 pilgrims from Nebi Diocese. And we thank God everything is set, and we are believing God that by tomorrow in the evening we shall be set back to God. And we believe God that all is going to take place in the way the Lord desires it to be.
Robert Orombi, a pilgrim from Nebi Anglican Diocese, expressed challenges on how his journey was. Orombi revealed that this day is paramount to every believer in Anglican religion, among others.
Finally reached Namugongo. We left Nebi Diocese on the 17th of April, of May. So we arrived on Saturday. It was very marvelous. My team arrived when they were all vibrant. And up to now, what I thank God for is the mood in which my pilgrims are in. And we prepared them, so tomorrow is the final day. We are going to wake up at 3 a.m. By 4 is going to get us. We all agreed 4 a.m. to get us at the shrine where the celebration is going to take place.
Youths here gathered at the Anglican shrines, and we hope to bring you more happening here in Namugongo. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Namugongo.
Away from that religious story, now moving to political wing, section of voters in Arua City are threatening to have block votes. If more political divisions are not granted to them in Arua City, more so if the political disorganization in Arua City, more special the petition, the election of city NRM chairperson is not sorted out immediately. Take a look at the story. Section of masses who qualifies for the upcoming party elections in Arua City are threatening to have block votes if more political divisions are not granted to them in Arua City, more so if the political disorganization in Arua City, more especially the petition, the election of city NRM chairperson is not sorted out immediately, saying these two disorganizations in the city will affect the general electoral process in the city. Some of the local leaders and concerned opinion leaders, more so numerous number of concerned youths, have expressed their concerns as far as the political disorganization in Arua City and call for more divisions in Arua City is concerned.
People cannot access services from, IVE is very big division, from Riki up to Mwanga Saba. So that place where people are coming from Riki, Vudrikali, the place is called Vudrikali. From Vudrikali up to Ondopraka, the headquarters, you can spend more than 30,000 coming and going back. But you may not get the services you are demanding. So now, that is the reason why we need divisions to take services nearer to the people.
NRM office has written a letter. That letter was to show the interest of IVO that IVO was asking for a political division. That is to ease the mobilization. We shall not go for the votes. And we shall not give votes for NRM. NRM gets a block vote in IVO.
Our reason to come here is to demand for more divisions so that service delivery can be reached to all the population of Arua City. We as the IVU, we don't need the district, but we need the city. In the city, IVU has to be acting like the central. Whereas the local, this disorganization has also disorganized the voters. Because these voters, they were to elect their chairperson for the city. Because of this disorganization, in the election of chairperson, since the chairperson for NRM city is not been elected, we are not going to elect His Excellency Museveni again.
The NRM structure elections in Arua City was halted because of political disorganization, more special petitions, and the date for it is yet to be settled, whereas the demonstration still continues in the city, as masses have divided themselves, whereby others are demanding for more divisions, meanwhile others are demanding for district status. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television NILECAST. Away from that story, coming to Arua City, Sets us rally for joint efforts to support menstrual hygiene in West Nile to address menstrual challenges and gaps. A number of civil society organizations across the country have come together to call for joint efforts in order to eradicate the crisis. This happened during a recent joint press briefing by the representatives from a number of civil society organizations in Arua City. Take a look at the story.
A number of teenage girls across West Nile sub-region continue to silently suffer from menstrual-related challenges, for instance through lack of access to sanitary pads, that is greatly impacting on their lives. These challenges have been identified as great factors contributing to the region's high school dropout and teenage pregnancy rates. To address on the menstrual challenge gaps, a number of civil society organizations across the country have come together to call for joint efforts in order to eradicate the crisis. During a recent joint press briefing by representatives from a number of civil society organizations in Arua City, Patience Aikoroponi, an advocate of menstrual hygiene, who also heads a non-farm organization known as Femtalk West Nile, says that there is need for women-led organizations in the country to join hands to work together in order to support the cause.
And the reason why we're also having this press conference is because we want to show that still women's rights organizations can unite to create advocacy against period poverty and to speak up about the work that they do, whether formal or informal, and to call upon one out there who is listening or watching that you can take initiative from your home, you can take initiative from your workplace or from your school without having to be attached to a particular group of people. But as an individual, your voice can change a lot, and together, of course, you can even do greater.
And Joa Sarah, the president of the Mentoring and Empowerment Program for Young Women Girls, has asked the schools to support in sustainably educating the girls about menstrual cycles, since a number of them still could be ignorant about the body changes.
Menstrual education in school should also be a sustainability plan to ensure that we address menstrual challenges before maybe 2030 or 20 whatsoever timeline that they're in. So it should not only be something that is to help the girls in that particular time be able to take care of themselves, but also solve a global challenge around menstruation. That means the information we should be giving girls in school should be very detailed. They should be understanding menstruation not just as an issue of nature, but also as an issue of health, because sometimes while you're having menstrual challenges, you could get a headache, some people vomit, you know, and you may think it's malaria. No, you know, some of those could be effect of menstruation.
Relatedly, Lilian Nachibombo, who is the office manager of Melissa Prandi Children Foundation, reminds parents of their parental obligations, most especially towards the girl child, by continuously educating the young school-age going children about menstrual hygiene.
How do we address these issues with our children? These days we don't have time for children. We think we are busy with work, but they really need us. Speak to them, get time, go to schools and speak to those girls. They really need us.
Studies by Penn Live indicates that period poverty is a global crisis, with estimates of 1 out of every 10 menstruating girls and women missing school during menstrual cycle because of lack of access to menstrual products and health services. Farish Majid, reporting for West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Away from that health story, now jetting to education sector. Secondary schools in Arua City are set for the co-activities of second term, as the term officially commenced last week on Monday, 26th of May 2025. Second term always comprises of very many academic and co-curriculum activities in the school calendar, which always makes schools plan accordingly. First, take to listen from different school administrators. Some secondary schools in Arua City are in high preparation for the co-activities of second term, as the term officially commenced last week on Monday, 26th of May 2025. Second term always comprises of very many academic and co-curriculum activities in school calendar, which always makes schools plan accordingly. Some of the head teachers and other school administrators of some secondary schools in Arua City highlight the general public on some of the core activities they value in second term and how they are preparing for them.
We are set really to continue with our learning activities because we have set for ourselves a target that by a certain time we should be able to, especially for the candidate classes, complete the work which is expected of them, so that they embark on revisions. And then also as a school, we have done our best to make sure that, especially for the senior 4 candidates, what is required for their registration was completely done. Apart from academics, this term we also have other co-curricular activities such as netball. We did ball games one, where our school emerged the winner in this region of West Nile, and we represented West Nile at the national competition. In second term, we'll have the netballs, which will be majorly done by the girls, and then we'll have softball or volleyball, then we have athletics, and then we'll have MDD. As far as Mbara SS is concerned, programs have already been drawn to make sure these activities are scheduled, and then we also have science fair at the school level. We're already preparing, and then on 14th we shall have the city competition. Later that will answer us to regional science fair competition.
Apart from academics, we also have the co-curriculum activities, and this term we're preparing for sports and games. We actually have athletics, which will soon come, and then we have netball competitions and many others that usually are planned accordingly. This term we're also expected to have MDD competitions, and we are ready and preparing for that as well. We also have associations and movements in this school, and these associations involve others religious. We have the YCSs, we have the SU also here in school, and then we have those that deal with health, environment, and you find all these occupy the girl's child, and therefore they're able to perform better because they get with real challenges. They're exposed to understand what goes on in the community through these movements and associations and many other co-curriculum activities that they are involved in.
We want to excel in these sporting activities for the reason in ball game one, students were able to reach to the quarterfinals, especially the boys category football. They reached to the quarterfinals with St. George College on Batse. They missed narrowly, and we want to also prepare them for this board game too. Lessons already going on. Otherwise, if you look at the turn up at the school we have already over 90%, because we have a population of over 450. Then this out of this 90% reported actually they already at the school. We expect just less than 30 or 20 students to report to finish up with the population or the enrollment of this school. Otherwise, I want to call upon the parents who have not sent in their children because for us we don't waste time. That the first week is for cleaning or what that may not happen with us. This is term 2, which is full of work. They must involve themselves in the activity of academics, and also the ball game activity. Those who are good in sporting activities, they must practice it, because it is one of the ways of excelling also in the education system. Once you are performing well in sporting activity, it can also you can move and even in other parts of the country.
The Ugandan secondary school year is divided into 3 terms. The second term of 2025 school year began on Monday, 26th of May 2025, and shall climax on Friday, 22nd of August 2025, lasting for 89 days. Oraku Benson Pastore, compiling the story for Western Television NILECAST. Away from that story, now across the Nile, more especially in Ajuman district, youths in Ajuman and the Amuru are looking forward to resolve the conflict on Upper Land. This came during the engagement of Ajuman Amuru youths' efforts to create peace, support and stabilization, where they exchanged a number of views in order to settle the conflict among people of Madi and the Acholi over Upper Land. First, take a look at the story.
Upper Land long-rooted dispute drew attention of youth to talk during the engagement of Ajumani and Amuru youth efforts for peace, support and stabilization where they exchange number of views in order to settle the conflict. Amanya Abdu, the team leader representative of Ajumani Youth, highlighted the background of the forum, arguing that it all came when people in Apa are troubled, hence made the youth to intervene in.
Ajumani Amoro youth efforts for peace support and stabilization in Apa started from here. The humble beginning of this initiative is as follows. We are all troubled by the situation happening in Amoro, particularly in Apa. As the youth from Ajumani district, we took it upon ourselves to see how we can intervene, particularly in de-escalating ethnic tensions among our people. It is our sole responsibility to have peace in the country. I will arrive to that. But so to speak, the crisis in Apa is affecting each and every person. And because of this, we, the youth of Ajumani, felt strong. We want to have our voices heard, but we do not have the opportunity. We have not gotten the strength through which we can undertake this. Because of that, we started an informal approach.
Kumakash Thomas, the coordinator, said due to the numerous number of meetings held, he is hopeful that the outcome will be fruitful.
The youth of Ajumani and Amoro district, since they got me at the office of the RDC and established the name of the 5 delegates from Amoro district, of which it gave me time to start communicating. And the first meeting we had at the Session Court, Mulu. Then today we are in the second meeting, and I believe the meeting will bear fruit, because what is happening in Apa is not so good. As the youth of Uganda, and we are the NRM cadres, we feel very, very, very unhappy of what is happening in Apa. And we believe if the government can take action to reduce or to harmonize the situation, I think that one will be better. That is the only thing I can say. Only that if we want this project to move well.
Ato Ida, the woman youth chairperson at Tiak Town Council, narrated the sisterhood between the people of Madi and Acholi, arguing that they should stay one and escalate issues of border.
I find this meeting is helping us in very many ways, because people in Acholi and Madi, they are meaning that we are warriors, but in fact we are not like that. This meeting helped me that we are going to sit down. If anything happening, we people, we have to sit down, not to fight. And the communication I send there to our place there, as we the people of Amoro, we have to sit down if anything is going wrong, because all of us, we are people in Uganda. We don't mind of the, let us don't mind of the boundary. The issue of boundary is causing us to the problem for nothing. But in all, we are the people of Amoro, we are the people of Uganda, we are together.
Okoya Moses, Shaman Amuru team, who doubles as youth chairperson League Lamogi Sub-County Amuru District, highlighted the grievance, especially exchanged during the land matters in Apa.
We are happy because we know the people of Amoro and the people of Ajumani, we had a lot of problem in Apa. So today we have come together. We wanted to stand and make sure we finish the issue of the tension between the people of Ajumani and the people of Apa and the people of Amoro. We know very well that there are people behind this. We, the youth of Amoro, we are really annoyed of the situation by now, and we wanted, if possible, to stand together with the youth of Ajumani. We look for the solution. We are very confident of the meeting that we are having today, that we may come out, the meeting we share will come out with the permanent solution for the problem. And we will also work very hard to find out
Obumai Simon Peter, the Assistant RDC of Adjumani District, during the meeting said Madi and Acholi are one people and asked the youths of both districts to advocate for peace as the citizens of Uganda.
The people from Amor and the people from Adjumani are different types of tribe. We have Acholi from the other side and we have Madi from the other side. Why should we belittle ourselves to a level of being primitive as defined by the British, that we group ourselves into tribes? What does it mean? So the British use that to describe us, that a class or a group of primitive people who face the same temptation and share the same descendants. And I think they are not very far from our English definition of what a tribe is. And which means a true reflection. As youths, today I want to blow you, let's come out of that cage of being described as primitive people. Because we are not primitive.
Kashindwa Fancy Onzima Island reporting for West Nile Television NILECAST.
That story has brought us to the end of today's edition of NILECAST News. It has been me, Oraku Benson Pastore, the anchor. Have the best of your time, and in advance, have a very nice Uganda Matters Day celebration, which is tomorrow, and it happens to be 3rd of June. It's an annual celebration. Have the best of your moments.